Greetings, family. I hope you're doing good. Let's talk. Let's gist. Let's vibe. Today's topic is going to be control. Who is safe to allow control you? Who should you allow control you? Yeah, that's it. Who should you allow to control you? A lot of people will not agree that they are being controlled today. But let's be frank. We live in a world of control. Everything in this world works from control. Is it education? Who sets the syllabuses that the schools use today? Do we know where these decisions are made? Are we in those rooms where they make the decisions to confirm what they teach our kids in school? Are we? If we are not in those rooms, then who is really controlling the minds of these kids? Do you think it's the PTA meetings you attend? Do you think these PTA meetings do enough justice? First of all, before the children are being misled to believe whatever they are taught in school, the parents have to know what the truth is, right? So they can correct it. But when the parents don't even know what the truth is, how can they fix it? We live in a system that doesn't allow information flow freely. We live in a system that wants you to do what other people are doing. In short, they want you to be in competition with other people while they are doing it. So instead of asking the right questions like, what is the essence of this school now? Or what is the essence of this particular topic you're teaching this child? Instead of asking questions like that, the parents are saying, my child took first, my child took second, your child took fifth, the other child took seventh. They're competing. They're teaching the children that it's okay to be unhappy. Because if somebody is taking first, then there's definitely someone in the last position. What kind of system are we in? And why do we allow ourselves to be controlled by it? We have free will, right? That means you can choose to follow and not to follow. I'm not even talking about school in the sense of that is the reason why I'm making this video. I'm talking about school from the angle of let us begin to question things. Because we met it and we saw it, we went through it, doesn't mean our kids have to. Because learning should not be restricted to a building. This is my own personal philosophy. I believe we learn every day. I believe life is the ultimate teacher. All those further mathematics, all those unnecessary literature, to what end? Do they help us connect more with nature? Do they help us connect more with our ancestors? What exactly is it doing for us? Other than just busying our brains. And at the end of the day, we have a piece of paper to show for it. Point I'm making is this. Is control a good thing or a bad thing? How about religion? Is religion really free? Take away the Bible from religion and see what remains. From Christianity, I mean. Take away the Bible from Christianity and see what's there. Which means everybody in there is being led by a book. A book written by who? Written by man. Again, control. I'm not saying the book is not powerful. I'm not saying the book doesn't have some, intense wisdom and wise words in there. But what I'm saying is that it can't be a one-size-fits-all. And what makes the pastor, the teacher, the preacher qualified to say, God called me? So God didn't call other people. And if God calls everybody, is it a bad thing? Then why doesn't he call everybody? How can we confirm he really called you? Because what you're saying is that everybody should give their life to the fact that what you're saying is true. Show us proof. They can't show you. They'll quote scriptures, they speak in tongues, they act all religious, but they can't show you proof. Because the truth is this: they don't have all the answers, even though they try to make it seem like they do. If religion was working, people won't be praying so hard. Control. Who should you allow control you? The man of God? The man of science? The politician? Your parents? Even the Bible tells you that honor your father and your mother. That is in alignment with God. Meaning, you shouldn't just listen to all your fathers and all your mothers. You shouldn't obey blindly your fathers and your mothers that are not in alignment. Because someone is older than you doesn't mean they are wiser than you. It's not pride. Sometimes the young ones are smarter than the old ones, but the old ones are, they want to control more because they feel they have more experience. And I get it. But it doesn't necessarily make them smarter. What makes them smarter is their alignment with God. If not, all the advice they're giving you is going to be opposites of what you should really know. Haven't you seen some irresponsible old people? Because they're old doesn't mean they're wise now. There's some foolish old people. So this should now make you not just follow age. So what should you follow? If it's not by age, if it's not by education, if it's not by religion, if it's not by any of these, then what is it by? Good. And who should you still allow control you? Good. Your ancestors. I'm coming. I'll explain why. Why should you allow your ancestors be the only one that has that access to you? Why? Okay, wait. So if all these systems of control that are in existence are not in existence for our own benefit, then who are they serving? And why do they want to control? And why are you allowing yourself be controlled? Because you don't know any better. Because you don't have knowledge of self. Because if you did, you would understand what exactly is happening. If you know who you are, you know what not to do. You know where not to go. You know what not to believe. When somebody tells you that God is coming and he's going to burn everybody and anybody that's not in alignment will burn in hellfire, you look at the person and you understand that the person is only speaking based on their own perception of reality. And what perception is that? The colonized version. Because that's what happened when we got colonized. Everybody started believing in Jesus Christ. That was what the mercenaries pushed. until today. People keep hearing that, oh, colonization is real, oh, but they don't question the religion that came with the colonization. That's what control does. It doesn't make you think. It makes you follow blindly. And even when you tap them on the shoulder and like, hey, are you aware of what you are doing? This wasn't the way we were following before these people came on. They look at you like, huh? It is one thing to be controlled and know. And it's another thing to be controlled and not know. And what's happening these days is that people are being controlled and they don't even know it. People are being programmed to be consumers and they don't even know it. You think it's a lie? Tell me what we produce in Africa. We have all the raw materials, we have all the resources, all the minerals. But what do we produce? That's how you know how control works. Nobody talks about it, but they see it every day and everybody acts like they're blind to it. What I am saying is make sure you see it, learn it, observe it. Now, be in alignment with your energies, with the deities in your bloodline, with your own spirit guides, with your ancestors, with Source. Be in alignment with Source to the point where you don't need any physical being to come tell you what to do. You don't need any physical being to come lay hands on you. You don't need any physical being to give you directions on what to do when it comes to living right. Because trust me, you don't need to give anybody money to live right. All you need to do to live right is to hold yourself accountable. But it is hard to hold yourself accountable when you don't know who you are. That's why you have to have knowledge of self, so you know where you come from. So you know that the history that people are telling you about yourself is a lie. So you go learn the truth for yourself. And in understanding that truth, it will bring a sense of value to you. Self-worth, independence, confidence, boldness, courage. Because why? You allowed yourself to be guarded by the energies that support your being, that are in your bloodline, that are in your family, that came with you on this journey. You put yourself in alignment with them and you let them guide you. That's the safest kind of control you can ever have. The one where you control yourself. Because the one where other people control you, you see that? That's confirmation. That sound is confirmation. Because when you let yourself be controlled by someone else, that's where abuse comes from. And people are so low vibrational, greedy, selfish, bitter, to the point where they don't really care about your well-being. They only care about what you can do for them. So that is why it is so important to not let the system control you. And let's be frank, people who let the system control them, where is the success they have? They say if you go to school, you, at least olden days, when you go to school and you come out, at least you can get a job, have a nice life. But nowadays, if you like, get PhD, where's the work? In which economy? So if it is not working, why still let that system control you? Why not break free? Why not ask questions as to how your ancestors did it, so you can do yours, so you can have a legacy, so it is beyond just hand and mouth for you. You think about the future generations, both with academics, with morals, with food and nutrition. This is what will now make you own your own farm, because you're thinking ahead. We cannot solve the problem by behaving the way we've been behaving. To fix the problem, we have to try something that we've not tried. And what is that? Leave the Western system for the Westerners. We are not Westerners. We are 9 ether beings, gods and goddesses. We are melanated beings, meaning the melanin in us makes us far more intelligent. There is nothing we put our mind to that we cannot accomplish. But we have to want to accomplish it together. This is why they tell you that a divided house cannot stand. Our houses need to unite. But before that happens, we have to know who we are. And we cannot know who we are from a system that is only interested in controlling, not educating. What's happening in schools these days is indoctrination. That's not education. That's not education. Because if you want to tell me my history and you start my history from slavery, I can tell you already have an agenda. So let us be smart. And where do we get the ultimate intelligence from? It is from our ancestors. Because they already have the footprint of what works and what doesn't work. Following their path can never lead you wrong. It will give you strength, confidence. It will make you less of a beggar. Confirmation. We are not beggars. We are not lost people. This realm is ours. We are 9 ether beings in a 15-dimensional matrix. The planet is alive. The plants are alive. The trees are alive. We are also alive. Which is why we need to keep our temple clean to the point where we only put what is alive in it. But the world has become so artificial now that people just tank anything they see that tastes good. Made by who? But they drink it on TV now. It's predictive programming. They want you to want to drink it. It doesn't mean it exists naturally. Do you know how it's made? Do you know what's in it? Even if it's not possible to know what's in everything you eat, there are some basic things to stay away from. And the sun they told you to stay away from, that's where your energy comes from. It charges us up. You don't have to beg God to help you. You have to stand in confidence for God to see you. You have to vibrate high. And how do you vibrate high? By doing the things you love. But what if the thing you love is a bad thing? It can't be a bad thing if it's a high vibration. The world has made everybody feel like if you don't follow the system of control, you won't go far. But I'm here to tell you that you don't need that system of control to go far. You can beat that system with only intelligence. And that intelligence comes cosmically from your higher self. And your higher self knows everything already. So what answers are you looking for out of yourself when you can get it from yourself by simply just keeping your temple as clean as you can? By simply making sure your thoughts they do not wander to low vibrational places that make you lose alignment with who you are. It is safe when you control yourself. It is not safe when somebody you don't know controls you. So people who are quick to put their life in the hands of spiritualists, to put their lives in the hands of preachers, beware. Only your ancestors is safe. Only your higher self is safe. Only you are safe for yourself. Hear what? All right. Have a nice one.